right, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Janique. I am black. I am black. I am black. You are correct, Janique. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Janique. I'm back with another YouTube video. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than previous ones. No, it's not really going to be different. It's going to be kind of basically the same. I, as you guys know, am going into my junior year of college at Penn State University, the Pennsylvania State University. Hashtag we are, hashtag Hit Me Nation, hashtag I want to go back to school. I'm currently home right now on quarantine summer break. It started off as spring break, then went to quarantine, and now it's still quarantine, but now it's technically summer break. And I want to go back. My stuff is still at school, unfortunately, because our spring break was earlier than most schools, so we found out we were canceled at the same time around, we found out we were extended at the same time around other schools did, but the only difference was we were already on spring break, so the stuff that we had, we already took home with us. So yeah, but it's okay. I did not record a video last week. I don't really have an excuse for it. Finals were the week before last week, but summer classes started, so that's probably why I'm back with another video this week. So, as I just said, hold on, I have to burp. Oh, anyone else's body just been not functioning properly since this whole? So today's video, I am going to be talking about something that's kind of prevalent for right now. So as you guys know, this semester just ended. I just finished my sophomore year of college, which is absolutely insane. It feels like literally just yesterday I was a freshman. But now I am officially a junior in college, which is even crazier. To think that, I don't even want to think about it. I am going into my junior year, and I wanted to make a video about 10 things I wish I knew before I went to college. For the class of 2020, you're about to go off to, the real world, as high school likes to call it. There's a lot of misconceptions about college that you hear when you're in high school, but you don't really understand, because you don't understand it until you go to college, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna go over some stuff that I kind of had to learn as I went through college. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video, and let's get started. Common misconception number one. So one thing that I remember in high school, a lot of professors used to always say is,
in college, you're not going to be able to get away with something like this.
That's kind of wrong. I feel like in high school, they make college seem to be this big bad world, but its professors aren't evil. I feel like in high school, they're like, oh, I had a professor that did this. Professors have changed since then. So I will say my older professors are a lot more strict when it comes to grading. But then, and by older, I mean anyone over the age of 45. But my younger professors are not as harsh when it comes to stuff like that. And they're a little bit more understanding. So I feel in high school, they just say, oh, you won't be able to turn in late homework, or this, or you won't be able to do this, or if you talk in class, your professor's gonna be all mad, blah, blah, blah. And it's really just about communication. And I have times where I fall behind in my work, and I just send my professor an email hey. So in high school, AP scores are something that's very stressed. I feel like in high school, your AP scores was kind of or not even your AP scores, but if you took AP classes, it was kind of a class that you were put in. So it was very classist in a way. And honestly, those people who like to flaunt that they got a 5 on AP, trigonometry, calculus, mathematics, it's not that big of a deal. I really took AP just for college prep, more or less to prepare me for writing essays in college. So that's why I took AP Lit and Lang. But I didn't take AP anything else because I was A, I'm not good at math, I'm not good at science, so I'm not going to do that to myself. And B, my major isn't going to be math or science based, so it really doesn't make sense for me to take those. Number 3, so one thing that people often say is
oh, when I get to college, drama's just not gonna happen. Like, blah, blah, blah. So
drama in college will happen. People don't change much sometimes from your senior year in June to August of your freshman year in college. And a lot of people come to college with that same energy that they were on in senior year. For myself, I was someone who was not into drama in high school. Keep me out of it. I went to a small school, so drama spread like wildfires. And like I'd hear about it, but I was not interested in being in it. Like, keep me out of your drama, keep me out of your mess. I don't want to be a part of it. In college, it's like that for me now. Like, I'm like, keep me out of it, but now it's like I'm an adult now. Like, I really don't want to be a part of this. So something that I've done is honestly, like, when you meet people, just kind of see how they are and how they act. Because there are people out there who are just spiteful and want to cause drama for other people just because it makes them feel better. And you've got to disassociate yourself from that, because that's just, like, we're in college now. Like, ugh. I don't like that. If you're someone in high school who does not get into drama often, good for you. Number 4, I am someone who says living on campus for like your first year at least is something that's quintessential to the college experience. So I lived on campus my first year, my second year, and I'm living there my third year. Honestly, like, online, like in TV shows, it's like, oh my gosh, the dorms are so gross, communal bathrooms. I do not have communal bathrooms in my dorms. I share a bathroom with 3 other people right now, but that's just because where I'm living right now. Living on campus is the best bet. I know some schools require students to living on campus their first year, and other schools don't. I would say go for living on campus if you're like moving away from home. You just really get that experience with college, and you get the experience of meeting roommates and not really knowing anyone, and trying to figure things out. And it's definitely taught me, because I'm an only child, so I never lived with anyone before, how to share my space, because that was something that I had issues with. Going into college, I was like nervous because I was like, I've never shared a room. I've never had to share anything. How am I going to share? I don't know how to share. With that, number 6, right? Yeah. Tip number 6 is college roommates. I feel like on TV it's very much dramatized, and it's like,
oh my gosh, I'm getting this awful roommate. What am I gonna do? The world is turning bleh.
It's not that big of a deal. I was someone who was very nervous about getting a roommate. I wanted to live in a single dorm, and then my mom was like, no, you're gonna get the full college experience. I was like, but Mom, I don't want to. And she was like, no, you're going to. So then I said, okay, I'll have a roommate. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta find a roommate. Like, it's already June, or it's already May. I don't know anybody. And my mom was like, just let things rock. Ended up, getting a roommate, one of my best friends ever. And we worked really well together. She's very like chill with her living space. And I mean, I guess, I don't know if I'm chill. I don't know if I classify myself as chill with my living space, but like we mesh well together, because I was a perfect amount of type A and she was a perfect amount of like a mix between A and B. So it wasn't like clashing. And we're really good friends to this day. All the girls that I met in my hall that I was randomly assigned to, and they were all randomly assigned as roommates. A lot of us became friends, and I live with 3 of them now in singles, so we now have single rooms. Like, although we kind of spread out where we're living, we're all still really good friends. So don't be afraid of that. And also, a lot of colleges, it's really easy to switch your roommate out. You can just go to housing and be like, hey, is there a way I can switch my room? Or you can find people that you would possibly want to room with. I would definitely say don't stress out about roommates, because like I was stressed, but it'll all work out in the end, and you may get some of your best friends out of it. This is editing Janique. Hello. This is the next day. I had tip number 6 in, but I really wasn't making sense. There's literally like, it's like the Holy Spirit is in my room, but I'm just going to say it now. But long story short, college, don't be afraid to make friends, because you meet some of like lifelong friends, and some of them you may have lived with, some of them you may not have lived with, just because everybody's kind of all in the same boat in a new experience. So going in, don't be afraid to make friends, because you will make friends. 7. So getting involved on campus is super important. I feel like a lot of people complain about being bored or not like being a part of anything, but then they don't get involved. It's really important to get involved on campus. Schools have like a lot of different organizations catered to students, and sometimes you can make your own clubs and organizations. I've met a lot of people that I know now through these clubs. And you get to meet people more than just those who live in the res halls with you. Like, you meet people who might commute, and it's just a good way to just connect with people that you wouldn't normally see on campus. Number 8, working on campus is probably your best bet, especially if you want to get a job your first 2 years. The good thing about on-campus jobs that a lot of third-party jobs, I don't know, is that what you would call it, wouldn't have, is that they like prioritize school. So like, if you're like, hey, I need to study for this test, I haven't studied, they want you to balance well, but they know that you're there for school primarily. And they're a lot more lenient when it comes to stuff like that versus if you're working somewhere else where they're like, well, listen, I have nothing to do with that, like, you're working for me, blah blah blah. Number 9, okay, so internships are important. I would say start trying to get into some internships during your final few years of college and see if your college offers course credit for it, because I was able to knock off a whole like category that I needed for one of my degrees, and I'm going to finish that degree earlier because of my internship. So see if those internships have college credit that you can have, like, get from it. Number 10 is probably the weirdest but most important one, kind of. Number 10 is do not, oh, there's a truck passing. I'm trying to phrase this right. Tip number 10 is do not post things on social media in college that you would not want to bite you in the butt. When you're in college, you're 18 or older. So, well, I was 17 when I went to college, and some people I know were 17. But for the most part, you're 18 or older. So your accountability is a little bit stronger than what it was in high school. So in the future, when they possibly can run social media audits, or even if you're going for applications for things now, people can scan your social media. So I know for me, for like applications for certain organizations or clubs I want to be in, they ask you for your social media so they can check out your social medias. So it's really important to make sure that you keep a good social media presence and that you're making the best choices that you can in college. Just because we see on the news, like, people's college days just bite them in the butt. Like, I would say be very careful on what you post in college. Don't post anything that you wouldn't want your future boss to see, because he might see it. But anyways, that's it for this week's video. I hope you guys liked it. This one's not as like funny, but I wanted it to still be something because it's really important for people to know. And this may not just be for freshmen. This may be for people who are upperclassmen. These are just things that I learned. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. You know the jizz, all that good stuff. And I will probably be posting 2 videos this week, so this one and another one, because I feel really bad that I didn't post last week. I'm really not doing anything. Like, it takes nothing to record these. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys soon for the next video. Or, I think there's like a bug. I don't know what it is. I just killed it.